Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Guy Dawson Show at WCOBM.com, the World Center of Broadcast Media. My name is Guy Dawson, and I am the managing member of Classic Communications. It is a full-service public relations and advertising firm. If you would like more publicity or promotion of your business, please get in contact with me at 702-845-6129 or visit our website, classicommunications.net. We are broadcasting live from the Gene Woods Racing Experience, a stone throw from the Las Vegas Strip. Loving this wonderful Las Vegas summer, Kwan. What do you think? Hot enough for you?
How many stones you're being thrown every time you're doing this?
we live in the desert and there's a lot of stones to throw, so I don't think
Keep
I'll
on
be
doing
having
that. It's a wonderful thing to do. You'll feel good.
The illustrious Kwan is back for another week. What was your week like?
Time management.
Time management?
Prioritize of your everyday tasks.
Oh, right. So what? You
Health
had a lot
is
on your
number one
a
now.
lot on your plate last week?
Always.
Yeah.
Not on the plate and on the table. Place is not enough to hold everything.
Kwan, what are you doing? I know you're a star and all, but
Compare you, I'm not star you. Soon will be.
well,
Don't
welcome
forget,
back, Kwan.
You're my coach.
All right. Well,
You're the
we
coach.
truly have a star in the studio today. Please welcome Zenja Dunn. She is a hostess at 105.7, old school station here in Las Vegas,
Yes.
FM. I so enjoy listening to her show every day. She and Candy. I don't know. All I know is his name is
Right,
Candy.
so
I don't
it's-
even know what his real name is.
It's Candy and Zenja in the morning. His name is John Candelera.
Yes.
So Candy is short for because when people we first got on the air about a year ago. It was a year ago in May, and people were like, "Candy and Zenja, are you guys strippers? Like what is,
Las
what is
Vegas.
happening?" Right. So I was like, "No." And why is a grown man named Candy? But it's John Candelera. We shortened his name. So yeah, it's a blast. I was born and raised here, so it's awesome to be on doing morning radio in my hometown.
And I know you've been in radio for a long time.
Let's just say a long time. Every time I say how long it is, I feel really old.
you
I
look
mean,
so
in
young.
terms of you were very young and you've become
Thank
very
you. I started at 12, guy. Yes, I
All right,
did.
that's what I was-
No, but started right out of college. Lawrence Weekly, he was a councilman at the time, now a commissioner, actually gave me my start into radio. I was his co-host on a show that's still on the air, Straight Talk, and that's how I walked into radio.
And is this something that you aspire to do throughout your life? Have you always been into journalism, broadcasting? I know
Absolutely
you're also
not.
an actress.
I fell into it. It literally, I was the one that was always talking. My mother says my nickname was Eminem for Motor Mouth. She said she would walk through the house and she'd come in the room and be like, "Who are you talking to?" And no one necessarily had to be there, but I would be talking and holding a conversation with myself or the mirror or a toy or anyone who would listen. So I got to college and went to UNLV because I had to figure out what I was going to do. Kind of fell into communications, like the radio and television aspect, and then ran into Lawrence Weekly, who said, "You should do this." Because anytime there was opportunity to talk, I was. I was a membership coordinator at UNLV. I was the communications officer for my sorority. So if there was an opportunity to get up in front of people and say stuff, whether they were interested or not, I took that opportunity.
So you found your niche.
I did.
In
It
life,
kind of
and
worked
you
out.
just went for it.
It kind of worked out. And I tell people all the time, when there's always a discussion of education and college or not, get somewhere that pushes you, because it's going to push you in a direction. And either you'll go somewhere and you'll hit up against something and it'll be like, take another direction, or you might actually be faced with what your purpose and your life is, and then that's an amazing situation, and that's how it happened for me.
Has this whole experience been what you expected, being in media, in entertainment? What would you have thought that your experience was going to be like if we'd have, say, 17 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know what I expected, but I've worked with Steve Harvey. The first year he was in Los Angeles, I was honored enough to work with the producer that produced him. I've worked with Sinbad. Sinbad's like my big brother now. I produced him in the morning, and then I ended up at a radio station from a small guy in entertainment. You might have heard of him, Stevie Wonder. has a radio station. I say that very facetiously. Has a radio station, KJLH radio in Los Angeles. So I ended up there. So no, there's no way you could have told me 17
now there
years
are
ago.
some call numbers I haven't heard. I'm from Long Beach.
Okay.
And very familiar. I didn't know Stevie Wonder owned
One of the few black-owned stations still in the country, and it was an honor to work with him. I got to produce him in the morning, and literally, Stevie, I have his cell number. He would call me, and it was every time he called me, it was just weird. I was like, okay, Stevie, like this is my boss, get over it. But it's still Stevie Wonder. So no, there's no way you could have told me 17, 18 years ago that I would run into and have been in the presence to work with such amazing people in this industry.
What was the process of preparing you for this? I mean, as you becoming a producer, I know I was reading your bio and I see you've made many steps to arrive at where you are in your career today. How did you prepare? I know school doesn't necessarily really prepare you for having Stevie Wonder as your boss.
No.
Or all these amazing people who you've watched on TV, listened to on the radio.
How did I prepare? I'm a trial and error girl. I put my, you go and get as much training as you can in school or trade school or whatever you choose, but then you kind of have to say yes and then know that it's going to come to you. And you got to fail forward. And I can say I have fallen forward brilliantly several times over. You dust off your knees and you go, what have I learned? Okay, don't do that again, because, yeah, that's embarrassing. Or don't do that again. And then at the end of the day, I always say in my mind, and just say yes, see where it leads you, because even if you mess this up, nobody's going to die. It's radio. In my mind, we might be off the air. There might be something happening, but everyone's gonna live. Everyone's gonna live. You're not gonna kill anyone if you mess up or flub a word or don't, take a call. So it's really failing forward, and it's been a blessing and a dream because of how radio's shrinking in today's market. That I'm still here. That I'm allowed to do it.
And
Sorry.
go ahead, Kwan.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you're involved with Stephen Harvey,
Steve Harvey, yes.
have you learned something important about a relationship, or you involved some amazing relationships?
You would think so, but I worked for Steve Harvey before the book. Before he was the relationship guru. He had a show. He had a show on in Hollywood, and he was a huge name at that time. No one knew he was gonna, be as big as he is today. But I did learn a lot. One of the messages that he taught me was to dress and practice like you play. We're in radio. I wore sweats. They matched. I showered. I pulled my hair back.
A lot of people
I
do
looked
that
okay.
in radio.
When you went to Steve and worked with the Angels in Los Angeles, you dressed. He said, Zenja, do you ever see me not in a suit? Or no, sir, I don't. He's like, I need you to up your game. And all you do is, I left and I cried a little bit, but then I went and upped my game. You practice like you play. So that's one of the lessons and he's done that. That's why he is the huge star he is today.
So you think we're disqualified?
You're good. No, you're good. You're good. But people see you. When people don't see you, you kind of want to go, I don't want, I don't smell bad. So my morning show partner will be okay. But thank you. I did shower. So, that's one of the things he taught me. He taught me a couple of other lessons too, but that's the one that sticks out.
These mentors that I'm sure you've had throughout your career.
Yes.
It's been important. I know it has been for me.
I continue to have mentors. My morning show host is a mentor. He's got extensive. He's worked in radio for probably 22 some years, longer than I have, and he's worked with Steve Harvey as a program director. So he's seen a whole lot of other personalities. Stevie Wonder was a mentor. My program director at that station was. I look when I move into places in life to find a mentor. As I'm moving into television and doing more of that, I'm looking for mentors. People have walked the path, so I feel like they can help me walk it with a few less mistakes.
We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back in a few minutes with Zenja Dunn. She is a hostess at 105.7, the old school station here in Las Vegas, Nevada. See you soon with more of The Guy Dawson Show.